Ew. Ew.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
Mm.
On a Wednesday. Thank you for joining us.
That's
Thank
a
you as
solid
all.
piece of advice there, Ronnie. That is a solid
Hit
piece
us.
of advice.
Oh, I like yours. 100 Days to the Olympics. It is
It
coming
is.
sooner than I thought. Well, I mean, a year late, but
A year late, yes.
then you stop thinking about it. So you're like, the Olympics, thank God. But thank you guys for joining us. Hit us up in the comments. Give us a call at the link. The link is very much open. We want your hot fire takes.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to CEO Nick.
There you
Sucking
go.
Mosquitoes, rocking the officially licensed
Believe
gear.
it. That's right.
Only $59.99 on the Quarantine Kings official team store. So,
Plus shipping and handling.
well, of course, no CODs. But thank you for joining us. Also saw you earlier in the tailgate, Jaime. Thank you.
Always tailgating.
It's Wednesday, so we're gonna just kind of dive around a lot of different things going on, and then we'll kind of build you back up as we get closer to the weekend and the events going on. But Tyler, first of all, how are you doing on this Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm doing good. They released the Fast and Furious 9 trailer this morning, so that was got my day off to a good start. I think as much ridiculous shit as they've done with the Fast and Furious franchise, the most ridiculous thing ever is making Vin Diesel and John Cena brothers. Apparently, that's probably the most ridiculous thing.
Until we get to like 13, that's when.
Yeah.
Then it's like anything's possible.
Oh no, they pretty much decided they are going. I think they are going to space this episode. So this
yes.
So we'll see what they do. But no, man, I'm doing good, man. How you doing today?
Doing well. Was able to get home in time to put together a few more video clips and stuff that I normally have time to do. So always happy when that I have that opportunity, especially on a light Wednesday. Where we're I wouldn't say fighting for scraps. Definitely some notable things going on, but makes it a little easier, if we're not just going right into a preview of a big UFC fight or some kind of championship game or something like that. So doing well. And yes, I saw Nick's Fast and Furious 9 in space. Wait till 12 when you find out Godzilla is also one of Vin Diesel's brothers.
True.
That it hasn't gotten that far yet, but I'm telling you, spoilers.
This is something I've always wanted to do. It will be hard to do because I think everybody has seen at least one of those movies. But I want to find somebody that hasn't seen one of those movies. I want to show them the first movie and the last movie, and then say, okay, how did we get here?
I mean, you can figure out what happened in between, right? It's not you don't got to see them all.
I've seen every movie in theater on opening day. I don't even know if I can actually tell you how we got where we are now.
I don't know if anyone remembers at this point. There's been so many different curves and swerves. I mean, it's hard to keep up.
Look, now they're just full-blown superheroes at this point in time, and it's fucking great. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But
what a franchise! What a franchise!
Yep.
And Angry CEO. It's gonna get trending tonight. Nick is coming in hot. How are the Knicks a 7th seed? Weird year. Yes, it is. But we do have a little basketball news for you guys. Speaking of, C's coming.
You know what? That's a fair response.
Twins. They're twins. It's totally different. Cease. But thank you, as always, for joining as well. One thing I just want to touch on, and before we get into the bigger news stories, as you know, I did protect the shirt this year. I retained the one of one, botched Suck It Mosquito shirt, which is suitable for framing. So maybe another contest comes up. I don't know. We already had hashtag Angry CEO the first time that I announced that was going to be up for grabs, but I wanted a prize to get the people going. So. A little bit of backlash, as you saw Justin violently lash out at me in the right at the end, at the death, as they say, for my wild success. But also carried over to my fantasy draft one anyway. But just got this in the email from Yahoo. Boom! That's real
Woo!
money. That's real money.
Oh,
Now
oh
it's
my
not just
God.
make believe. Like T-shirts, money. I mean, what's coming next? Endorsements? Maybe a spot in Fast and Furious 10? I don't know.
Ooh. There you go. That's what's up.
So
Whole dollar. You could buy what like do things even have dollar menus anymore? Actually, I don't even know what you can buy for a
yeah, the
dollar
dollar
anymore.
menu is looking. I was gonna say 2 tacos from Jack in the Box, but I think it's like $1.50 now. So
Oh, you got to supply your own change there. Oh,
they're gouging us, man. I mean, look,
oh man.
they've had to suffer enough with DoorDash, jacking them, taking all their money. But
That and all the free jumbo checks they're giving away because the Dodgers are striking out 10 batters every single game.
and that, so they got to do for themselves. But 4,425 in the world. We're talking in the world right now.
Woo!
That'll get you a cool greenback, $1 American dollar, which I believe goes into my Yahoo Fantasy wallet, which I've never even accessed or know how to access.
I didn't know they had those.
But I am committed because they do have daily fantasy and other things like that on there. No, I say nay. I will be cashing this out through my PayPal account, which will take 5 business days to get this dollar. But I will stay home from work all of those days.
That's
wait
right.
to collect my dollar. Well, great. You lost $450 by not going to work.
Hey, it's principalities, man.
It's really about the principle for me. And just throwing it at everyone's face that, yes, I am the best. So everyone that was in our Quarantine Kings group, don't feel shame. Look, I mean, you're talking to a guy that won actual real cash American on the Barrelhead by playing this. You're not dealing with an amateur here.
Look, I'm happy for you. You're a dollar richer. You're doing better off than I am.
I mean, I don't even know the possibilities of that dollar.
It's true.
Straight to, I don't know, Dogecoin, something like that.
There you
and
go.
then
Yep.
profit.
To the moon, baby. To the moon.
Straight to the moon. Straight to the moon. Let's hit a couple more of the comments before we get into the actual sports stories. Although, in my world, that was the biggest story of the day. But, yeah, RIP Bayern Munich. Although I do have some thoughts on that game, which was excellent. The best game of the Champions League by far, so far. That was just like, that game was on crack. I mean, it was insane. Watching that game was incredible and very, very, very happy that it happened on my day off. CEO, well, maybe not angry if this comes through, wants to get the Corona endorsement off of the Fast and Furious franchise. I mean, we're pretty much on equal footing. So, if
you know what, are they going to have Corona in there? Because I know that's Dom's favorite drink, but now it's like, maybe they shouldn't have Corona involved, given the last year and a half.
Maybe they pull back from that and we slide in. We slide in, take
There
that
we go.
Corona sponsorship. You're always welcome here. We're literally named after a quarantine, our show, which, now that we're orange tier, vaccine is popping.
Yep.
We may have to change the name at some point. I don't even know, but
we'll see. We'll see.
Corona, if you're watching, and I know you are, we will keep the name the same, and we will stand by your brand if the sponsorship comes through.
We will chug Coronas on the show every day.
To a reckless extent. I mean, whatever it takes to lock that in. Jaime coming back with Cena Forever. Nick, I do not know how much that is in Dogecoin. I have no idea. Probably get me a couple Dogecoins, though. I don't think it's worth $1. I don't know how much it's worth.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, same. To the moon, though. To the moon.
To the moon.
I could hear Kaya hasn't seen any of the Furious flicks.
Okay. So we may have to talk here because this is something I've seriously wanted to do for like the last 3 or 4 movies.
This could be an excellent. Yeah,
this could be a really good bit. So Cease, we may be in touch here. By the way, congratulations on your Phil Mickelson response on Twitter. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah. I did not see that, but I will pull that up. Maybe, possibly during this show.
Check our DMs.
Nick, and the fatal 3-way that always rages on in the NFC East between Nick, Justin, and Amanda. Continue to stir the pot. Phillies suck. Justin comes back. Yankees literally in last place. And Nick did not like that the CEO was being questioned on his judgment. Angry CEO. We got 3 of them so far. The Heineken endorsement from FIFA would be nice, but
I take it.
FIFA's going to pull all the backdoor strings they have to do to make that not go away. Although, honestly, I think FIFA is more in bed with Budweiser. Heineken is a Champions League thing, so
FIFA is in bed with whoever pays them the most. We all know this.
That is true. Shameless. Shameless.
Hey, we could be too. I'll just say that.
I will be shameless for way less money. Way less
exactly.
money. Like, please,
so much less money.
Please believe that. Yes, of course, it rages on. Just always remember 2009. And did you just nonchalantly use backdoor and Heine in the same sentence? Quite possibly.
We don't go for these backdoor shenanigans.
No, sir. But let's dive on into it right now because, like I said, a lot of odds and ends on a Wednesday. We're just going to kind of fill you in on the more interesting things that we saw throughout the day. So, of course, it is a side piece Wednesday. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's start with the NFL because a couple of interesting news and notes coming out of the NFL today. So first of all, Clowney going to the Browns. You throw him on the opposite side of Myles Garrett. That's a problem. That's a big problem.
That's 2 number 1 picks bookending their line, and then on top of that, they'll also have Sheldon Richardson, who's I believe it's like a 12 or 13 pick. At D tackle, that's gonna be a scary ass D line right there.
Not exactly something to mess with, and Clowney for him maybe sort of like a prove it deal.
Sure.
If he has a great year where he's not getting double teamed all the time, whatever, which I would assume he will not physically be possible of. I mean, dealing
they
with
will not be able to afford it. Yeah.
Yeah. With this situation, someone's getting off. Someone is going to eat, and the whole D line is going to be going off. But look, the Browns still have that Browns factor. I still keep that in the back of my mind. But they've been making moves to actually finally not be the Browns. So, last year was a kind of a breakthrough year. The Steelers, who knows what's going on with Big Ben? I mean, they always seem to find a way. The Ravens, yes, you have Lamar there. You have a good core there. Still a good defense. And then the Bengals, I mean, just hoping that Joey B can continue staying upright for an entire season. But could be the Browns' year. I'm not saying win the Super Bowl, but I'm just saying, make some big moves here.
Yeah, I mean, look, for entertainment purposes only, I don't know if I'd bet that because, like you said, it's the Browns factor. Like they could have the best roster in the NFL, and I'd be like, they're Cleveland though. They're Cleveland.
Well, yes, entertainment purposes only, and also especially when it comes to the Browns.
It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed.
Never guaranteed. So take that, again, for what you will. Entertainment purposes only. I see what they're doing, and I like it. I like what they're doing.
Oh God, yes. Yeah, no, it's a good move on paper. Like you said, it is kind of a showy deal. Like, look, Clowney, I don't know if he's exactly lived up to a number 1 billing. He's still good. I think, since he got in the league, I think he's like the 14th, 15th best, edge rusher graded by Pro Fantasy Focus. It's true. That's a very true word.
Hey, that's just true in every man's life. All right.
Yeah. Right?
When it goes, it goes.
Happens to all of us. But look, that's a scary ass D line. That's all I can say, man. I would not want to be any of those AFC North quarterbacks this upcoming year, trying to run from those guys.
Or anyway, I mean, and plus, if you look at it, like what they're trying to do, like all roads lead to the Chiefs, and we saw what happened to the Chiefs against a great defensive line. Well, really, like front seven against the Buccaneers. Mahomes was running for his life, so maybe this is kind of the thing that yes, when you get in that playoff game, maybe that puts you over if you just have like a totally dominant defensive line. So don't really have a problem with that. And I can't really root against the Browns. I mean, what kind of animal roots against the Browns? Like, I'm a Raider fan here. Times are hard.
True.
And they've been harder. But it's always like a little soft spot for these teams that just never, ever, ever get it together.
Yeah, some franchises just cursed. Chargers
But-
fan, right here. I know.
Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong.
Yes, and as Nick points out, yes, Scottie Pippen and Jerry Rice had two of the worst cornrow looks with a receding hairline. Probably just shave it at that point. Probably just shave it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everyone's going to get gassed by Lamar, but, someone puts a little, I don't remember who it was back in the day, said a little hot sauce on that ankle or that knee, and all of a sudden he can't play. One of these guys get hands on you, could be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see where it all shakes out at the end of the year. But, and more love for Justin coming in from Jaime. And also, of course, I always appreciate a Ghostface Killer reference. It is about that woo.
There you go.
No, and I do agree with that. Clowney, also, you never kind of still know what the effort level is going to be. And one-on-one, I mean, he's just a beast. But, again, with the, his fits and starts kind of coming into the league and in his first year. But, I mean, he's proven that he can be elite. It's just like, are you going to get that every week? But if you got Garrett on the other side, I think as a unit, that's pretty solid. And yes, the meme. Yes, we have seen the meme. It is sad but true. Metallica said it best.
It is, yeah. He really does.
He does, unfortunately, look like
it's
the
shocking.
now banned Redskins logo with cornrows. Speaking of other defensive lineman news in the NFL,
Cool.
Aaron Donald found himself in a situation here in the last couple days. Well, I should say this guy really found himself in a situation. And I don't know what would compel anyone to fight any defensive lineman or offensive lineman in the NFL. I mean, really just an NFL player in the shape that they're in. Yes, I mean, people are drinking. It's a club. People have, feeling some kind of way, whatever. But let this be a lesson, kids. You saw the sign. We're not talking about normal humans here.
No.
We're talking about elite, and especially when it comes to Aaron Donald, elite of elite. I mean, this is a guy that blows away other freaks on a weekly basis.
This is a man that you will see multiple times on a Sunday throw 300-pound men like they are just trash bags.
Honestly, I was terrified that first game when Alex Smith came back playing the Rams.
Seriously.
Donald, I think, got him like 3 times. I mean, I was like, oh, dude, this is just stay down, man. Just go out. Just go out of the game. Like, you proved your point. You made it back.
But, I mean, kind of more and more details coming out of the situation. I think some lawsuits have been filed by the guy who you see in the photo here. I guess there was some misunderstanding in the and I love the club was the Boom Boom Room. Drinks got spilled, probably words were shared, fits were thrown. Look, we've all been there at the club. You spill another guy's drink, you know what? You say, hey, my bad, bro. Let me buy you another one. You hash it out. Definitely don't try and fight him.
I do have to give a shout out to still one of my favorite shows, Petros and Money, this afternoon.
I've been laughing the whole time since you put the photo up because now I just cannot not picture it.
There's only one way you can see it after this. But as they said, again, as everyone has pretty much backed up, and yes, there's going to be some kind of discipline, maybe legal proceedings. It's going to cost them some money for sure if the facts do bear out. Whatever. And who knows how this guy was acting, because obviously not really in his right mind to be picking a fight with Aaron Donald. But on Petros and Money, I believe they describe this as if you don't want your right eye to look like Lizzo laying down, don't fight Aaron Donald. And that's just sage advice. I mean, there it is. There you have it.
Oh. Dude, literally, as soon as you pulled the picture up, it was just instantly that thought popped in my head. It's like, oh, this is just ruined now. Ruined.
And the memes have been flying in hot all day. All day.
Oh, yeah.
There were so many more I wanted to get, but I didn't want to just get all memes of Aaron Donald jokes. But I did enjoy this one. Yeah. Oh, hey, can you back up? This guy wants to fight Aaron Donald. Nope, I'm good. I think I'm good on that. I mean, he's just like an actual tank of a human being. And actually, another funny exchange I saw was Sean Merriman. I don't know what brand of alcohol will give you enough confidence to start something with Aaron Donald, but I wouldn't advise drinking it. And the side note to this was the exchange between him and the first comment. 15 years ago, you were walking behind me at the club in San Diego and pushed me out of your way so you could keep walking with a group of girls around you. I turned around like I was going to do something until I noticed who it was, and I stayed quiet. And I just flexed on you afterwards to my friends. And then Sean Merriman at the bottom. I can't confirm or deny the truth of that. LOL. Which I'm sure he cannot. But these are people that you don't mess with. I mean, just in real life. No. Real life situations. Maybe just God. So that's coming in 2022. Thank you, Brad. Yes, Donald did make his eye look like Pierre Paul's fingers. Yeah, boom of a punch to his dome piece for sure. I can only imagine the sound coming off of that. It's like watching, when they had no fans at these UFC fights. Some of the sounds were just like brutal.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not something you want to really see like 2 feet away from you in a dark nightclub.
Yeah, look, you got
Nick, big Hennessy fan. Hennessy made him do that. Anything is possible.
You also got to imagine, like, these athletes, like, never go to the club on their own. So, like, I can't even imagine, like, it's probably not just Aaron Donald who got his ass kicked by. It's probably, like, all of Donald's crew jumped in there. Not that he needs the help, but, yeah, like, you got to – I don't care how drunk you are, man. You can still assess situations. That's just that's tough luck for that guy.
It's about making life decisions at a certain point. Like, all right, yes, maybe a little inebriation. Tempers are flaring in the club. But if you at all recognize who that person is, just back away.
I'd say even if you don't recognize him as a person, like if you just turn around and see a man the size of Aaron Donald, it's like not going to take a chance on this one. I think I'll apologize. I'll pay for it. I'm sure whatever's super expensive, but I'll still pay for a round. I'm going to get away from this.
I'm going to walk away with, whatever dignity I have left.
Right.
Just chalk it up to a mistake, a misunderstanding. We move on.
These are life lessons. That's what they are.
You can be back at work today, my friend. But
Exactly.
Now you're calling J.G. Wentworth, trying to get that structured settlement money in advance. Good luck. And yes, maybe not Ngannou power, but I would say yes. At least 75% of a Ford Escort to your face.
Yeah, I'd say Ford tempo. Let's give it a tempo.
I'll give it a tempo. All right, I'll give you a tempo. So let's move on here. We do have a couple little basketball things. One in particular that I really enjoyed. But first of all, the Nets have sort of been dealing with this, like, when is the big three all going to play at the same time? Yes, they have played a couple times. Tonight, well, 2 of the big three, and Aldridge and Griffin, are not playing against the Sixers, too, who are right there, at the top of that Eastern Conference. I will check and see if we have a live score update here. I don't know. Or it may be over by now, but let's see what we got here. Sixers took care of it, 123-117.
Okay. That's actually not a bad performance from the Nets backups there. But, yeah, I mean, it's just, and I think, didn't the Nets play the night before, too? I think this is the second of their back-to-back. So it's kind of like, I would imagine, like, I would think if you're going to have your guys sit, it would be against, like, the not number 2 team in the conference. But
Yeah, maybe sit him the game before, I guess.
yeah,
But,
instead of that first game, so you can play the important one. But I mean, that's just kind of the regular, just further proof. Kind of the regular season of the NBA means nothing. Like the Nets are just doing this. A lot of the playoff teams are locked up from the start. So it's just kind of a weird look. But I guess it's just the current day NBA.
And I do like Justin's theory that it was a Twitter thumb strain.
I actually think I saw something on Reddit today that Durant has more tweets than points in his career.
Well, that's certainly true. Whatever he said to the guy the other day, like, I'm on 10 until I close the app.
And I wonder if that includes.
Bold statement.
I wonder if that's just from his actual count, or if they're including the burners. I'm not sure.
Oh, also circling back to our hair talk, Jaime's mom says that Tyler, you grow your hair fast and it looks great. So keep that in the wheelhouse. I agree. Tyler has a healthy head and beard of hair.
Thank you very much. I flexed. I actually shaved the other day, but I flexed it out. So that's what happened.
All I got to do is hang upside down for like 5 minutes and just hold my breath and like puff my cheeks out. Boom. Full head of hair.
That's what happens. Well, thank you very much.
And Nick, of course, taking another shot at a man. Hashtag angry CEO. Getting trending all by himself. James Harden out wallet strained. Who knows what went on at the other boom boom room that he may have been at the other night. That's not my place to say.
No, not at all.
And the other, and again, I will cherish this, NBA news that I found out about last night into this morning. A-Rod, after his failed attempt to buy the Mets,
probably dodged a bullet there. May have dodged a bullet there, but also maybe not the best judgment if your next move was going to be to get the T-Wolves, also forever cursed. But the funniest thing to come out of this is that Anthony Edwards claims to not know who A-Rod is. I saw the quote. That was already funny enough because anything embarrassing that happens to A-Rod makes me laugh. But the video makes it even better.
Do you have any thoughts about him? Are you an A-Rod fan at all growing up or anything like that? What do you think about what he might bring to the team?
A fan? What do you mean? Like, who is he?
The baseball player, Alex Rodriguez?
Yeah, no, I don't know who that is.
Okay.
I know he's gonna be the owner, but I don't know nothing about baseball.
Don't know. Just doesn't know about baseball.
A-Rod's first action as the owner is to cut him.
Immediately cut. He's been traded to the Korean League.
That's right.
For 10 ball racks, empty. Just the racks, just for the shoot around. Who's A-Rod? Well, apparently, but again, it gets better. So, I'm building to something here. Yes. And also, what? Credit to Edwards. I feel like he has been playing like that top level. I mean, it's the Timberwolves. They're always going to have a high pick. But since the All-Star break, he's been balling pretty much out of control. Yes, a team that's not going anywhere, but been playing well, growing into, someone that could be that pick. And also putting A-Rod in the awkward spot of can't really get rid of one of my best players coming in here. But, he casts so much disrespect on my name. What do I do? But actually, it would have been even more hateful if he was like, I know who J-Lo is. But A-Rod?
Oh, that would have been brutal.
Jenny from the block?
Oh, man.
Oh yeah.
I know her.
The funnier thing that someone dug up, and I don't know if this is like something they play on the Jumbotron there in Minnesota, or it was done with some team media person. This video comes out. I mean, it's been out for a while, but just resurfaced at perfect timing after that comment came out.
I used to play baseball when I was young. Yeah, it'd be hot.
Really? How good a baseball player were you?
I could have went to the MLB.
MLB?
Yeah.
I am not surprised.
I'm serious though.
No, I love your confidence. What positions did you play?
I played pitcher, shortstop, third base, and center field.
Those are the prime positions.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, you were the best player on your team.
Yes, now we talking.
You could hit the ball.
But I was 4th, 5th hitter. You know what that mean.
Clean up. Yeah.
Straight clean up on aisle 3. Come.
Clean up on aisle 3. What's not to love? What's not to love about this guy? But obviously has an actually pretty solid understanding of baseball. So just makes that even more awkward. So A-Rod, good luck, bro. Good luck.
Like, I wonder if when they meet each other before, like, they actually say, like, hey, I'm so-and-so. They just start talking baseball, and this guy's just, like, trying to explain baseball to A-Rod. That would be fucking incredible.
CEO Nick. As punishment, A-Rod will make him watch continuous footage of him choking in the playoffs. A-Rod, give your balls a tug. And yes, I did kind of get that sense as well, Justin.
Yeah.
She's almost trying to convey that she thinks he's full of shit, which he may well be, but obviously he's an entertaining young man. But she's authentically that bad at her job. Look, I don't know her personally. I'm just saying, in the light of recent quotes of the last 48 hours, it does make it that much more hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
It's great cleanup on aisle 3. Straight up. Straight up skipped English class in college. Look, he was going to the league. Also, it's Georgia. I mean,
he didn't go to college to play school. Come on,
he didn't come to play school. Come on, University of Georgia. But shout out to him. Like I said, it's going to be funny to see him, and I'm sure there's going to be some kind of video or something. First time he's shaking hands with A-Rod. And maybe the behind-the-scenes conversation that we will not get a video of. But I definitely look forward to. I do see Justin on hold here, but I don't know if he has video capability. But I did want to give him a shout-out before we swerve over to a little Champions League and some developments in the UFC world. So if you are available, hop on that camera. But he did point out to me, Bills Mafia, I mean, we know they don't play. I see Justin on deck here.
There we go.
So I'm going to bring him in on the Human Landscapers Celebrity Hotline. Human Landscapers, get that thing cleaned up, boys. Bringing in Justin to the program. Brought this up to my attention, Justin. Good to see you're doing well this evening.
I know what this is.
Outstanding from the Bills Mafia and a current Bills player. In the offseason, they still got to stay in shape. So you got to be ready for game 1. Get ready for that preseason, even the OTAs. And that includes the fans. But Deion Dawkins went to work on a willing Bills fan.
I guess this is what you call the Snow Edition. Buffalo AF Edition. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh. It's the Mafia for the gang.
Shout out, to his own social media account for the. I love the repeated slam. Also, I like when the guy gets up in there. He's like, "Oh crap! I'm like 6'5" up in the air on top of a NFL offensive lineman, and he's probably running like 330. I don't know, but credit to Deion. He did not hold back. He even put a little pop in that.
I dug the pause at the top, shout out Undertaker in the last ride right there. He kind of like gave him that last couple of moments to like think about his life and,
that moment you realize like, oh shit.
Regret every decision he's made leading up to now, but none more than the one he just made, like that sort of thing. Yeah, and you're right. He did not hold back. I mean, that was a vicious. I mean, The Rock would have been proud of that spine buster right there. Like that was
that reminded me more of like the Ron Simmons spine buster because like everybody else tried to make theirs look pretty. He just lifted you straight up and then threw you as hard as he could.
Yeah,
like that was a Ron Simmons spine buster.
That was good stuff.
Credit to him though. If you know it's going to be a crazy ass Bills fan that wants to go through the table, don't hold back. I mean, it was probably the best moment in that young man's life. So he'll tell his grandkids about it. And I may with the damn.
Yep.
Shout out. But yes, I did thoroughly enjoy that, and I had to rush at the last minute to make sure I got that on video for you guys. We are here for all Bills Mafia acts of violence, either perpetrated on them by the team that they support or by each other. And we are still holding out hope. If none of our teams can win the Super Bowl, go Bills. I want to see Josh Allen go through a table.
Yeah,
He's committed.
Let's keep it to body slams, not Bilbos, okay?
No, don't want that. No.
That's real quick, since I have Justin on here, the fight for Phlebotomist. In a shocking turn of events. Lo and behold, it actually is going to happen. Wow, who could have seen this coming? There's no way. But I did enjoy the back and forth of Conor being trolled for his not so charitable actions, and Khabib, which I'll let Tyler explain that, also just comes in out of nowhere and piles onto that, which I loved.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, this took all of 2 days before Dana just called them both and said, "Get your shit together, you two are fucking fighting." But what Ron was referencing to was yesterday. There was a video that came out that, and kind of the news came out. Khabib still trolling Conor, still just kind of owning him, whether it be in the ring, out of the ring, whatever. It came out that back when Khabib and Poirier fought, Khabib, no questions asked, 10 G's to Poirier's charity. They had the money within 9 days of Khabib saying, "Hey, yeah, I'm going to donate to you guys." So Khabib made that public once again, just always taking pot shots at Conor McGregor. Conor taking the L again on that one.
Just kind of looking like an ass. I mean, look, the man is not afraid to look like an ass. We know that. But I did, we all knew it was going to happen. So
sure.
The enjoyable tweet that I did see today, and it's pretty quick. So if you can't read the caption and get the video at the same time, I'll run it back once or twice more.
I don't give a fuck. Right. I don't give a fuck.
Right. So that's kind of what it is. Conor, you sort of, I wouldn't say you totally push yourself to the margin here, because Dana can always sell a fight with you in it, but maybe can't get away with all the same. I'm bigger than this whole thing anymore. So I did think that was kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was never. I think we both said it on Monday. It was never a doubt the fight was going to happen. I was just rather impressed with how quickly Dana shut that shit down and was like, "No, you guys are fucking fighting. Like this thing is not getting canceled.
This is happening, and I'm selling tickets to it, and obviously pay-per-views, so it's going down."
Did you guys sorry to interrupt and cut away from fighting? Did you guys see the ending to Rondon's no hitter?
No, I did not.
He
update.
Beamed a guy in the foot, ruined the perfect game, and then promptly got the last 2 outs right after that. So no hitter, but not the perfect game because he plunked a guy in the shoe.
Jeez. Well, wasn't that how Musgrove's? His was a 4th inning hit by pitch, right? He hit Gallo in the 4th.
I mean, that's pretty brutal to have it happen in the 9th, though. And then still get the guys out after that. Like, wow.
And you just tap him on the foot. I mean, that's a perfect game, though. I thought Musgrove's was like an infield hit or something like that.
No, it was a no-hitter.
No, I know his was a no-hitter, but I mean, no, that's right. Maybe I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Bauer last night. He got the infield hit.
You can't. Perfect game has to be 27 batters faced. No more.
Right.
So
and no one gets on base.
Yeah, as soon as you plunk a guy or you walk a guy, there is no perfect game.
Right.
Speaking of, before we get off of the fight game here, Justin's boy, Blachowicz, Teixeira. That's going down on September 4th per Dana White again.
Rest in peace, Glover Teixeira.
Oh, he will be missed. He will be missed.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a fun fight. It's it's kind of a toss up on who was going to be getting the fight in the light heavyweight division. It's pretty thin right now, and Blachowicz has really established himself as a dominant force. So, you got to imagine he's going to retain. He'll be over there in Poland, training by punching suicide trees for the next few months. I got to imagine he'll be the favorite, but I'm looking forward to it. Always happy to see Blachowicz out there fighting.
I mean, you can pick the winner of this fight just by looking at names. Are you going to pick a guy named Jan or Glover? Like Glover. It's pronounced Glover. Oh, Glover Texera. No, it's Teixeira. You're getting killed.
I mean, I don't know. Crispin Glover, the guy that was the dad in Back to the Future, he seems like a weird guy, kind of capable of anything. He might bite you or something.
I know, and I agree. There's a difference between being weird and training by suicide trees. That's all I'm saying.
Which is weird and terrifying in its own way. And before I let you go, because I won't subject you to running through the last couple of minutes here talking about Champions League, which was lit though this week. One of the things, since you did contribute to our Masters picks, again, the people's champion, Hideki Matsuyama, just posted up in the Atlanta airport with the green jacket just over one of those airport chairs. Just not really caring. I mean, like, I'm sure he cares that he won. Yeah, I like to picture also there's like $1.7 million cash in the bag. But, I can't confirm or deny that. But just kind of a low-key guy, likes to enjoy, like, not being harassed when he's in the States. So, also,
sorry, I was just going to say, this is his Tom Brady chucking the Super Bowl boat-to-boat moment right there, except he doesn't have a handful of them.
That's true.
Would Mr. Matsuyama please come to the white courtesy phone? I believe we found your master's jacket just laying over a chair. Please do not board the plane.
I believe I read he also flew coach home. So true man of the people there.
Look,
acting like sardines on a long flight.
People's champion. And I've seen enough about this. People, like I said, we were talking about on Monday. Like, without a doubt, he knows more English than he lets on. But his celebrity in Japan, before he won the Masters, he's kind of like the Tiger Woods over there, where he's got like people outside his house, things like that. So when he comes over here and he just wants to lay low and be kept alone, all power to him.
I think it'd be awesome if somebody just won it and treated it like the Stanley Cup and just like wore it for like 30 days after, wearing like a pair of like board shorts, no undershirt, just the green jacket, getting hammered, and like a beer helmet.
I was just taking rip from a beer bong while fucking wearing that thing.
Oh, I'd be going to Arby's. I'd just be showing up places. Like,
you go to put it on next year's champion. It's got like Carl's Jr. barbecue sauce and like cigarette burn holes in it or something.
Treat it well, my friend. Treat it well.
If this thing could talk,
it's got some miles on it.
You put the jacket on the guy. You're like, oh, actually, wait. I think on the inner pocket, I think my vape pin's in there. Can I get that out before you? Yeah, thanks.
Hey, thanks, bro. Good looks. But
I wonder if a Masters champion has ever left a girl's phone number in the pocket. It's had to have happened at least once.
I can think of one guy it probably happened to.
You think that guy's forgetting about numbers in his pocket? Get out of here.
No, he's on the next level. How do you think he made it so long? On actually one more little baseball thing too. Cubs, yikes! 59 hits in 12 games. Dodgers, 108 in 11 games. And I saw the other day, Nick sent me for like the first 8 games. National League pitchers were out hitting the Cubs starting offensive lineup, like by average. So I know everyone's on this, do we get rid of the DH, whatever. I personally...
Get rid of the Cubs.
Yeah, maybe we just dissolve the Cubs. Get them out of here. Like, it took them that long to get that next one. It's not going to get any better. I can't wait 158 more years, whatever it is.
Cubs are like, DH, could we just get an H?
Fuck. Yeah,
just anyone that can H.
No, I saw another stat after I saw this tweet where this was as of earlier today, so I don't know, maybe it changed their games, probably not. But the Cubs have 8 more hits than the Mets, but the Mets have also only played 7 games, 2 of which were 7 innings because it was a doubleheader.
Well, Cubs sucks, but you guys are used to it. You'll get over it. Ryan Sandberg is not walking through that door. Andre Dawson is not walking through that door.
Hey, way to change to 24, Jock. Nobody's going to see you wearing it.
That's true. That's true words.
And, I'll just keep you on because we only got a couple minutes here left. I just want to talk about the Champions League. Like I said, PSG Bayern was great yesterday. Obviously, I was rooting for Bayern. But that was I described it to Tyler at one point as this feels like an NBA All-Star game with the total lack of defense. But actually, that counts for a lot, status and monetarily wise, for everyone involved. And it was just a great game. I mean, I thought PSG was pretty much down to park the bus. Bayern had to go for it. Yes, you don't have Lewandowski, which hurts, but still, I mean, they got the one goal, and they had just so many chances. But I just thought Keylor Navas, I'm not going to bash anyone from CONCACAF getting that kind of shine on that big of a stage. He was just is out of his mind. He just held it down.
Yeah, he was great. I thought Neymar, every time he touched the ball, you could see it was just like full panic mode. I mean, he was just dribbling through guys, making awesome moves. He had an awesome game. You know, and I think I had texted it to you yesterday. I mean, Leroy Sané was just really bad.
Really,
you know,
kind of a weak link.
And they really needed him to step up with Lewandowski gone, and he made some really bad decisions, especially in the second half. So, hey, we're gonna have a new champion this year. PSG advancing through. They are going to be facing in what could also be a finals matchup. They're going to be getting Man City, who clinched their leg today 2-1. So that's, I think, definitely more enticing of the second round matchups. So it's going to be a gauntlet for PSG to get through this.
Yeah, and no one can say they cheated their way through by playing a Zagreb or someone like in a late round that was making a miracle run. Because they are playing all the OG powerhouse. Well, I mean, Man City, not really, but in recent times, definitely one of the elites. And this was the other. Emre Can. They get a penalty on that. I mean, yeah, it was a close call, but the whole thing I'm looking at, and I love the caption, whatever this Brazilian account is, Skills 2021. Like every YouTube mixtape, Skills and Goals 2021. Yep. Basically just giving up the penalty that cost you the tie. And the only thing I really don't understand is, like, you could have just kicked it, bro. Like, I don't.
True.
If you got to go that far down to try to head this away, the kick is already the better option because it's probably going to go further away. So I don't know what the thought process was. Like, obviously, this is way higher level, way faster moving than anything I'll ever see, on the ground there. But that just seems like a weird way to go out.
There was no thought process. That was his instinctual move.
You know what? It was bizarre. I'm not a Man City fan by any means, but and yeah, so it's a close call. How much of the shoulder, the arm, the head did it get? But just kick it, man. Just kick it. It's coming at you. It's coming in low enough. Just kick it. Chest it and then kick it. I don't know.
Yeah, that was a bit weird. Then the other game today was Real Madrid knocking out Liverpool, which didn't hurt me at all. I really enjoyed seeing.
This is my other airplane impression.
That's true.
He's just flying around. Meow. Look at me, guys. Meow.
Hey, check it out.
Plane.
Ole. Hey.
Yeah, Madrid.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say at first look, at first picture, like first sight of the image, I thought that maybe he was trying to sell a push from the guy who's like 6 feet behind him, and I was like, that's equally as bad.
Yeah, no, in this case, not at all. And also, he's got, he can't even sell that because he's probably a good foot taller and probably got 40 pounds on him. But this was all on his own volition. So he had to wear it tonight. This move. That's an awkward look, but that's just kind of the margin some of these games are decided on when you're talking about these kind of high-level games.
Terrible tackling form in American football terms, too. Heads up, see what you hit.
Right? Exactly, yeah. You got to see what you're hitting.
You got to heads up, man. You're going to get concussed. We don't want to deal with another CTE out here.
Actually, now that I think about it, can you bring it back up 1 quick second?
I got you.
Yep. So,
he is going into the beginning animation of Liu Kang's fatality move.
Fatality. But it was on his own self.
The one where he flies sideways and catches you with both legs and then he hits you with that uppercut? That's what he's going for right there.
See, I was thinking like, what's the anime? Is it Naruto where they run bent over with the arms behind them? That's what I was picturing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Full sprint.
That looks like what his teammate's doing right below him. Like he's just getting ready to like take off and run upfield with his arms behind him, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like even that was happening so fast. I see several guys there just like, oh no, why? Why are you doing that? But as we say, we move on to the quarterfinals. I saw Jaime's comment earlier, and at this point, you're in the Final Four. Yeah, anyone can do it. Real Madrid's been plugging away. Still got a good team there. I just thought they were maybe a little too old. But at this point, any one of these four teams could win it. So totally on board with that. And also giving you a shout out for your football. Well, we call it soccer on the program. Jaime, please,
yes,
soccer.
Please.
Soccer takes.
Yeah,
America.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to imagine if you're Real Madrid, like you got to feel good because you went into Chelsea, went into hostile territory, literally the bus getting attacked by Liverpool fans before the game. Keep it classy, as always, Liverpool.
As is tradition.
But, they did it without three of their best defenders, and they still were able to shut down Liverpool. Granted, Liverpool's offense has been, unless they're playing West Ham or Arsenal, they aren't scoring. So that's a little bit weird. But you got to imagine that's got to be a confidence builder for Madrid to shut down, hold Liverpool to 1 goal over 2 games. That's got to be a confidence builder.
I'm just really sad that Porto didn't make it through because I think if Porto could have won the title and hoisted the trophy, all of us would have had a sick-ass Porto potty. You know what I'm talking about?
There you go. I like it.
Hey, credit to Porto, though. They did get a nice bicycle kick there at the
By the way,
at the end.
These are Justin's soccer takes.
Justin's all right. You know what? I might have to make you an open.
New segment. Yeah, I like that. New segment.
Justin's soccer takes.
I'm in on that.
I don't know if there's a show behind us, so I feel bad, but I do want to play the clip if we have time.
I don't think there's a show behind us.
All right, then screw it. We're going till 10:30, but no, please believe we are not going to 10:30. But this is just to paint a picture of. So on XM, the soccer channel, especially on Premier League Saturday or FA Cup or whatever, they take over the TalkSport feed, and that was my first exposure to TalkSport. So Tyler and I have been sort of just in our infancy stage of the brilliance that is TalkSport, which is basically like the hot take, overreaction, everything, sky is falling kingdom of soccer sports radio. And Liverpool fans, well, I mean, some of the calls from any team, they're all great, but especially after today's events, they crash out. A lot of good calls, wild entertainment. So don't think it's just us that has these, terrible first take or call-in shows where everyone freaks out. No, it translates. There's a universal language of dumb-ass takes, and it does go across the pond.
Hi, Andy and Jason.
It comes up on our screen as Klopp out Dave.
Yeah, well, look, Jurgen Klopp has run out of ideas, and I want to say, with Steven Gerrard having problems with Rangers now, and the things that are happening off the pitch with Rangers, and that they've got bans and stuff, Steven Gerrard, please come back to Liverpool. And what I want him to do is work with Jurgen Klopp until Jurgen Klopp leaves. So whether it takes a few months or years, I want Gerrard.
Sorry, you want Gerrard to dump his job in Scotland, work a couple of years as Klopp is number 2?
Until they, because
that won't happen.
Or the other solution is Benitez, but he hasn't worked with Liverpool, managed them for over 10 years.
There you have it. So, just for context, Stevie Gerrard, Liverpool legend, from Liverpool, England national team player, all-time Liverpool player, currently managing Rangers in Scotland. Again, hasn't really been actually coaching for a while. This guy freaks out. You have Klopp, who's probably still regarded as one of, if not the top professional managers in the game. And especially if we're talking about you guys did win the Premier League last year, won the Champions League year before that. So, not really sure. But no, this guy wants Steven
Get him out. Get him out.
Well, no, I just like the idea that he wants him to actually leave his very, for the most part, successful job to this point. They're going to win that league. And
they not only did they win that league this year, they've actually already clinched it. They have not lost in that league this year.
So he is, making his new path as a coach. But no, Steve, we need you to come back to Liverpool and also be the second in command guy.
Be an assistant, yes.
For the guy, I love where he's like, whether it takes a couple months or a couple years. Like, do you want to fire him or not? Like, why would it take? Where's the discrepancy? Like, and also, why would he ever come just be the understudy? Well, just because he really likes Liverpool. Okay, that's
right. Why would he? Yeah, why would he leave his great job for this? And also, why would Klopp allow this? Because if you brought him on, it would just instantly be like, yeah, this like I'm getting fired in 2 years. Like,
why won't Mike Scioscia come back to the Dodgers and just take Dave Roberts under his wing for a couple of years, and
just
then
back up Dave?
Like, why won't Mike Piazza stop doing Head and Shoulders commercials and come coach the team?
But not coach.
So simple.
Look, as somebody
under the actual coach that they still have not fired.
As somebody who has not extensive, but minimal experience calling sports radio shows, not just for comedic purposes, but for actual content and conversation purposes, it takes a lot to sack up and sit on hold and not get nervous and make sure that you're, hitting your points and, not running on. But for somebody to that guy had to sit and think about making that call and sit on hold and think he was amping himself up. He's probably on hold man, I can't wait till they go to me. Wait till they hear this take.
I got a fire take. No one else has said this so far. Because no one else is that dumb.
Fell flat like a fucking Kyle Kuzma free throw, man.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, Kuz. I don't even want to get into that. But yes, Ozzie Guillen, come back and help. Actually, please make that happen.
Actually, I kind of want to see
the
that.
same dugout. Yeah. If that happens,
I do want to see that.
You know what? I will just disavow the Dodgers. If that happens, I will be a White Sox fan for life.
See if you can also get the Big Hurt to stop slanging boner pills, and maybe he can come back and help too.
Eugenics. Well, I love that guy's optimism or just general ignorance. But, credit to him. I'm sure he cried himself to sleep tonight in Liverpool.
Why won't Jimmy Johnson leave his amazing job on the Fox desk and come back and fix the Dallas Cowboys?
As an assistant. As a quality control coach.
Yeah, as an assistant for 2 years.
As an assistant, but I want him to groom Mike McCarthy, who clearly is a young, inexperienced coach that needs some tutelage.
He can start on the practice squad, but maybe eventually after a couple years when they're ready to fire McCarthy, he's right there in the wing.
Jimmy Johnson, tight ends coach.
Look, to be fair, the Chargers fan would take him as a special teams coordinator right now. Hire that man.
Well, that's a whole different set of problems.
I did drop off my application the other day, but I have not heard back from them as of yet.
You'll be getting a call soon, I'm sure.
I mean, if you got a clean driving record, you got a shot, brother.
Exactly.
That's where it's at right now.
If we're in a pinch, can you administer a shot to the lung region?
On the dummy, show me where the lungs are.
Do you have an objection to permanently injuring somebody for the greater benefit of the team?
That's when I walk out of the interview. Say, F you, dude. I'm not hurting Derwin James again.
He's been getting hurt on his own plenty, so I don't think they need you to do
it. I've never liked a player more for only watching him play 2.5 games in his entire career. I love that. I think he's one of the best defenders in football, and he cannot get on the field.
Nope.
It's not lining up great for him. But maybe a resurgence on the Raiders. That's what we do. We take guys from the trash heap and we put them back into glory days.
Reunited with Gus Bradley, yes.
What?
I mean, traditionally, not now, but That's been the Raiders' MO in the glory days and the Allen
I know,
days.
totally, man. Because like when Aguilar was on the Eagles, he was really bad, like at dropping passes. But then he got even better at dropping passes when he came to the Raiders. So he totally improved for sure.
He was the only guy that could kind of catch some of them. I dealt with it. I was like not broken
You know
up
what
when
it
they didn't
is?
re-sign him, but I was like,
It's always like it's always what do you have to compare it to? You know what I mean? Like if that fool's on a team with a couple like sure-handed receivers, you're like, dude, this guy doesn't catch nothing. But then he goes to the Raiders and they're like, he's the only guy making catches.
Number one. This is wide receiver one right here. Yes.
This guy's a burner. He's over the top. And, if he drops a couple, screw it. Because he leads a team in touchdowns. That's what we're
Al Davis,
world we're living in.
God rest his soul. If Al Davis was alive right now, he would be convinced that you guys have the best wide receiver core in football. Like Aguilar and Ruggs can run 100 miles an hour.
How can we lose?
That's all you need is speed, man. Can't coach it. Can't coach speed.
Can't coach it. You cannot coach it. That's a fact still. But thank you guys, as always, for joining us. Actually making this a very fun Wednesday show when, we're just, it's a lot of side topics, but we don't really have the weekend recap or the build up to the weekend. So thank you for your comments. Thank you, Justin, for chiming in, calling in. We'll get into, the UFC action over the weekend, preview some different things going on. And of course we have the first Padres-Dodgers series. Dun, 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 dun.
Padres coming in hot to that, losing 2 in a row to Pittsburgh.
Maybe
who's your Padre?
It's a long-term ploy. They come in limping into the first series, sweep the Dodgers, false sense of security, and then they just mess with them all year. I don't know.
Yeah, right. That's why Tatis faked his injury, so they have a built-in excuse.
They said he's coming back Friday.
Supposedly he'll be back Friday. Supposedly.
Oh man, we got beat 12-0. It's because Tatis wasn't 100%.
Although I'm kind of
quick, somebody make a rap song and put it on Twitter.
Look, I don't hope he's actually hurt, but it still seems like this is being slapped together more than it should be. And now I'm starting to think like it's just going to end up like what's his name, the kicker on The Simpsons, where like his leg just detaches. Like they just keep. Like he just arm totally comes off. Like, oh, he's fine. 10-day deal.
Oh man,
prove me wrong. I mean, I hope that's not, but we'll be looking forward to that over the weekend.
Meanwhile, the best player in baseball came off a short DL stint for back injury and went yard last night. So whatever.
He crushed that one too.
Yeah,
true that.
Lean back. His back didn't look like a problem at all.
He crushed that one.
He's fine.
But by the way,
still underpaid. Still underpaid.
Real quick question before we get out of here. I want to ask you two because you are two of my Dodger homies here. Two guys I would trust most on this one. That championship jersey I got, Betts. Should I wear it or frame it? I'm kind of going up between the two.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I go. I've never really framed much. I still have an OG Emmitt Smith with the tag still on it and everything. But I mean, because dude, I mean, you don't remember 88, you know what I mean? Like, that's your World Series, bro. Like, but me, I just like to look fresh, so I'd probably wear it.
Got to be crispy. The only thing I would say
frame
is that they're not going to wear it again. So if you do frame it, I wouldn't bash you for that. I mean, that's the gold trim one, right?
Yeah.
So they're probably not just going to like rock those. Like, hey, it's Sunday. We're going to put on the
championship. I also think it'd be cool to frame it and then right next to it hang a sign and a tiny hammer that says, should Dodgers reach an Elimination World Series game, emergency, break glass. Yeah. And then that's the only circumstances to which you break that glass and don that jersey,
Yeah. And I like that. I had told myself I wasn't going to buy any more championship gear, and then they wore those on Friday, and I was like, oh, hell. So I wound up buying one, and as soon as it came in, I was like, I don't know, this looks too good. Like, I kind of, like you I've never framed anything, so I was like, maybe this could be the one. This could be the one to frame.
My dad and my aunt got me a sweet one last year, after the trade went through and everything. And
so you wear it. Yep.
And yeah, it's they ordered me an XL, and these fools sent a small, and I wasn't able to refund it. So I rock the shit out of it, bro. Like a Smeedy in full. You should see my
There you
Kings
go.
now. Best jersey.
It's a muscle shirt. It's a muscle
Looking
jersey.
swollen, that thing.
Yeah. I definitely go open button, open button.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
Knowing as
Is
the
it
line-
Mookie Betts on the back?
Yeah, no, it's not that bad. Come on, you guys know what I look like. My frame is not stretching out a nameplate.
Just
Maybe
knowing
maybe vertically. Maybe one of them soccer jerseys where they write your name
you go.
vertically. Like,
There
yeah,
you go.
my shoe would be long. And my last name's only 3 letters. They just stretch it out long as fuck.
the same size as the number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only fear I would have if you frame it, like I said, knowing the miserable Dodger fan complex that will creep into your mind at any point, is
It's always there.
you set up like this dope frame. It's all looking great. Like, dude, this is classic. Like, maybe someday I'll even get this fool to sign it, whatever. And then they just lose like a 3-game series to the Reds in like June, and you're like, fuck it, smash it. I need it. I need to channel it right now.
I was more thinking it'd be like Kenley Jansen in with a 1-run lead in a pivotal game. That's probably going to lead to you shattering it.
Give me the glass.
God. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for the input on that one. I'll take into consideration.
Yeah, so
There you
you
go.
got options.
I mean, I'm really leaning towards, like I said, encase it in glass with an emergency, in
Just
case
with that little
in case of
placard,
emergency
yeah.
hammer next
Just
to it.
that little tapper, yeah, like.
Yeah.
And then that's
Dot-
cool
dot-
too, because when people come over, you could be like, yeah, hey, check out my jersey, and then they'll be like, oh, what's it? Really? And you'd be like, don't fucking question my methods, just keep it moving.
Right? Yeah. Dodgers go down 3-0 in the series. I'm breaking that glass open, throw it on.
Yeah, that's what's happening. You start glowing like you're going Super Saiyan 2. It's all
Right? Yeah.
powering up.
I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but screw it.
Do what you got to do, right? Got to support the team.
Anyway, thank you guys, as always, for joining us. Like I said, making this a very fun Wednesday. Normally Wednesday we're fighting for scraps, things to talk about. But I thought we had a pretty good rotation of things. So thank you, as always, for your comments. Cease, I saw you hopping in. Hutch, thank you, as always, when you're able to get on. Very much enjoyed it. Of course, Angry CEO Nick. Jaime, who I'm not going to bash Real Madrid. They've already won enough of them. Like, I don't have to talk crap on them. So all I know is West Ham, we're winning that Champions League next year. That's all I care about.
Woo! That's right. Noble. Mark Noble getting his Champions
Mark
League
Noble.
in his final year.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much, Justin. Thank you, as always, for jumping on. Always
a
appreciate it.
pleasure.
I'm sure we'll have you on Friday to at least talk about the UFC fight this upcoming weekend.
No, I'm here for my soccer takes. I'm here for my soccer takes.
Oh, of course.
He's found his new
Premier
groove
League coming
now,
back.
so,
That's all. He's retired as the fight phlebotomist. Now he's just here for soccer. That's it. But yes, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will be back here on Friday. You guys know the drill. Keep the fire.
Keep the fire.